Hello and welcome. Today we're doing a pick a card reading to see what your next aligned action is for manifesting more money into your life. This is a timeless reading, so anytime you find this video is exactly when you need to hear this. As we dive into this reading together, remember, as always, to take what resonates from these readings and leave what doesn't. And if you are new here, then welcome. I'm so glad you have found this video and this channel. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am a wealth activator, a money mindset and manifestation expert, a channel, and the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck and the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal, both of which we're going to be using in each of the readings to channel some more guidance for you. Now, if you want to more quickly manifest your next level of success or wealth, be sure to come join me either inside of the Wealth Vibe membership or inside of my new group mentorship offer called Limitless. Both links for those will be below in the description and pinned comment. The Wealth Vibe is a monthly low-cost membership that gives you access to so many tools, resources, and a high-vibe community to help you manifest more wealth into your life and rewire your subconscious for abundance. My group mentorship is a way for a very small amount of people to work with me very closely to get what I call sacred success mentorship from me, where we are working to unlock your soul gifts, working to overcome any obstacles you have, to truly unlock your limitless potential and get you to those bigger goals and visions and successes you desire faster than ever before. So, if either of those call to you, check out the links below. I would love to get to connect with you inside the Wealth Vibe or mentor you closely inside of my Limitless group offering. Now, let's run through the decks and their crystals so you can pick your reading. So today we have deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. For deck 1, the crystal is clear quartz. For deck 2, we have Terahertz. And deck 3 is orange selenite. So we will be incorporating multiple decks into each of the readings, and I will list all of the decks used in this reading in the description below. You can absolutely watch more than one of the readings if more than one deck or crystal is calling to you. That just means that there's guidance for you in each of those readings that you're meant to hear. So go ahead if you need to and pause the video. Take however long you need to tune into your inner guidance, your intuition, your higher self, and see which deck or crystal is just calling to you. And then use the timestamps below in the description to jump to whichever reading you know is meant for you, and I'll see you there. Hello, deck number 1. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you identify the next aligned action you can take to manifest more money into your life. So we're going to dive right in. We'll move your crystal out of the way, and we're going to see what next step is available to you, what next step you're being invited to take by the universe to help you call more wealth to you. So what do we have for deck 1? Harvest the honey. Oh, okay. Deck 1. What good things, what blessings, especially when it comes to your finances, maybe this could be in your job, your business, your career, but also just what blessings have already occurred in your finances that you maybe aren't giving your attention to. I'm getting that for some of you, you've actually, like, there's money being left on the table. Like, you've actually manifested something and you've been so caught up in in the, like, almost being used to waiting for your manifestations that you don't even realize that it's appeared, which is so interesting. I don't think I've ever channeled that specific guidance before. You've recently manifested something that you're either not giving like full appreciation to and then therefore reaping the most benefits from it, or something that you believe is maybe too good to be true, so you're not acting on it or taking advantage of it, or you've actually manifested something that you're not even aware that it's manifested, right? But there's somewhere where you're just not fully leveraging what's already come to you. So I'm getting, this is amazing, because when we're like, what do you do to manifest more money into your life? You've already done it. Deck 1, which is completely not at all what I expected any of these readings about to be in this video, but I mean, this is what's coming through, so this is what you need to hear. You've already manifested something. You've already manifested more wealth. I'm getting, for some of you, I'm specifically seeing for some of you, like money sitting in an account that you're not either aware of the account or you're not aware that the money's been deposited or that it's been gained there. I'm seeing for some of you, like, I'm getting them the guidance, like, go check your stocks, go check any investments you might have if you have any, right? If you have any employee stock option programs, right? Like ESPs, right? Like in your business, like I'm getting all these, wow, massive download. Like some of you have money sitting in accounts that you aren't aware that the money's there. And it's like, it's not nothing. For some of you, it's a lot of money. For some of you, it's like a couple grand or a few $100 of unexpected money that you have sitting there. So that's, first of all, very exciting. The other thing is, if something has manifested that you feel like it has been too good to be true recently, the next aligned action is to go actually start looking into it and asking yourself, what if this isn't too good to be true? What if this is so good because the universe is delivering on what I've been asking for? It's interesting how we're often kind of like refusing to see how good things actually are, right? And so we kind of miss opportunities because we think things are too good to be true. Now, of course, don't go falling for any scams or, always use your best judgment. Because if you're getting some email from some random address that it's too good to be true, don't fall for it, right? But, if it seems like it might be legit, but you're like, why would it be this good? Look into it. Do some research. The next aligned step in that case is to like look into those things that seem too good to be true. I'm also getting if something just seems like it'd be too easy, so therefore it couldn't possibly pay out or something like that. Like, again, that's too good to be true. Go look into it. It's amazing how we often, this is something I've seen over my 6 years in this industry and working with money mindset and manifestation and working with thousands of people on it. It's amazing how we say we want more abundance, and then when it comes, we often don't even believe it. And so we don't see it, and so we miss it. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you. It could be also that if you've currently received some sort of, like I'm getting for some of you, like a pay raise or manifested a better paying job, I'm getting that there's more available there for you, right? So it's just like whatever's already happened, either, check all your accounts, make sure there's not extra money you didn't know about sitting somewhere, which would be a nice surprise, which I see for some of you. But for the rest of you, what I'm seeing is like the things you've recently manifested with more money coming in some way or opportunities, go like look into those things deeper. It might be that like if you're in a new job, there is some sort of like employer matching 401k thing that you didn't realize was there, or there's some sort of even like opportunity for overtime that you didn't realize you could get paid overtime, or there might be some like there's just something I'm almost getting like look at the employee handbook, look at the details. For those of you in business, if you have an offer, I'm seeing that there's some way you could upgrade it or add like a sale off the back end to it that can reap more rewards, and that's the next line thing to do. So whatever has already come your way, be aware of it, and then like go deeper with it, leverage it more. That's what I'm getting is the first, or maybe the main aligned action for you. Yeah, sing your own song. Okay, so now I'm getting a different message. Another one coming from and wear your party hat. Wow, yeah, there is so much to celebrate for you coming through already, deck one. But I'm getting that, especially so interesting because we have these two birds here facing this bee. I'm getting the next aligned action. This is its own piece, right? Is the being aware of what's already is and where there's opportunity for more within what you've already manifested. So that's the first aligned action for you to take. The next aligned action I'm getting for you is that you're meant to be kind of like, when it's the sing your own song card, I'm getting this guidance of where are you kind of holding back because you're afraid it won't be well received, like within your job or your business or with how you want to spend your money, and talking about that with your friends or with your partner that you share finances with. Like, where are you not being true to what feels right to you and what feels best to you? That's the next area to be looking at, and to actually start boldly saying what you want to say or sharing what you want to share. And it's actually going to turn out better than you think it is. It's going to be better received than you think it is. Like, you might be like, I don't want to say that thing because that seems weird, and what if my coworkers don't like it and it alienates me at work, and then I eventually get let go, or like ruffles feathers. Ooh, ruffles feathers, right? What if, right? And I'm actually getting that it's it'll pay off. It'll work out in your favor. Like the thing you want to say, the thing you want to ask for, maybe it's asking for that raise, right? Or could even be tied into this of asking for more from what you've already been receiving. But that, and I just saw 555, and it's 1111 on my phone. That's amazing. So a lot of alignment there. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Don't be afraid to say what you want to say when it comes to your money, to your finances, to your job, to your career, to your business. This goes for my entrepreneurs in the audience. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. Don't be afraid to talk about your offer. Don't be afraid to say the thing you want to say or create that new content that you think you're like, what if people judge it? Just do it. It's going to go over so much better than you think, and it's going to lead to so much more abundance. Like I'm just getting, yeah, and we have the rogue here, right? Like I'm just getting that, even if at first when you ask for what you want or you express yourself more authentically and just go for it, even if at first it looks like it's not going to work, it's going to lead you to something way more abundant. Like it's going to open amazing doors for you. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, it opens up a whole new season of wealth. Like this is, wow, okay. So your next aligned action, my loves, is like something like you're already on a roll. All right, let's be clear. You're already on a roll. You're on a manifest. Even, and again, some of you don't even realize it. Some of you are like unable just because of your programming and because you've kind of been used to waiting for your manifestations for so long that you're kind of unable to see how they've already started to come into your reality. So looking for some evidence of that. But then it's like you've already manifested something really cool or some more opportunities for wealth and abundance into your life. And you're just not making the most of them. You're not fully leveraging them. So get more out of them. More is available to you. So looking for that and identifying where more is available for you and then asking for it, right? Or just saying what you want to say, right? It's like, that's going to open doors, but you're already on a roll. Like this is the thing that my collective is trying to really get through here, is that you've been gaining momentum. Okay. You've been gaining momentum, deck one, like this momentum of like, this is really amazing. You've been doing this inner work, this manifesting work for a while now. Some of you like years or decades, for a lot of you several months, very consciously around wealth. You've been doing this inner work, this manifesting work, this energetic work. You've also been taking actions. You've been doing all the things, and you've built this momentum that things are starting to pop into your reality. Things are starting to manifest. Things are starting to shift externally because you've shifted internally. But it doesn't always often happen all at once. It happens gradually because it's what we can handle, right? Because even though we say we want that huge dream job or that first 10K month in our business or 100K in the bank or that new dream home or whatever it is that we want, and we think we're ready for it, often if we got it all overnight, we'd again think it's almost like what you're going through now. This is too good to be true, or it can't be that easy. And then we don't see it and we self-sabotage it, right? Or we get it and then we get paranoid that something's going to come and take it, or it's going to make us unsafe in some way. Like more money, more visibility equals more eyes on us, more opening ourselves up to more exposure, right? There's all these things that come up that we don't think are going to come up when we get exactly what we want all at once. So often the universe kind of doles it out a bit and helps you kind of like grow at the pace you're ready to grow at. And I get that you've been growing maybe even so gradually that you don't realize how much you've grown. And therefore you're also not seeing how much you've manifested. And the universe is kind of waiting for you to see how much you've already manifested and get comfortable with this. I'm getting the guidance for you, deck one, of like, if you don't already, you should start identifying as a master manifester. Like you've been getting really good at manifesting what you want. It might just be in more subtle ways, more internal ways first, but it's starting to show up in your reality, and giving yourself that credit and identifying as someone who you're like, I always get what I want. I can manifest whatever I desire. And when you lock that self-concept in, nothing can throw you off. You see everything as an opportunity that can lead to more abundance. Right? So that's, okay. So that's your next aligned action. You're getting a lot here, right? Like go deeper with what you've already got. Be aware of what you've already received that you're maybe not fully aware of, or that you're doubting of what you've already manifested. Ask for what you want. Express yourself authentically. It's going to go so much better than you think it will. It's going to lead to abundance. And also we have this beautiful message of like, start shifting your mindset as well. Is there honestly your third aligned action? Start working on your mindset of, everything is working for me. Everything's happening for me to prepare me for more abundance, to prepare me to hold more wealth, to prepare me to shift my mindset and erase limiting beliefs and, integrate new ways of money working for me and new beliefs around that and new codes for it. And anything that comes my way is helping me get to more abundance, right? Like really locking in that mindset, that code, that belief, that self-concept. Everything is preparing me for more abundance. Everything that happens to me, whether it looks good or bad on the surface, is preparing me for a new season of wealth, for a new level of wealth. Like, that is such a powerful mindset to go through life with. So those are some actions for you. I just saw 11:11 again on my phone, this time on my timer. I'm going to, there's so much confirmation for you here. We'll pull a couple more cards in a moment, but I'm grabbing my Way of the Wealthy Woman journal here, because this is a journal that is much more than a journal. There are prompts, there are mantras, there are card spreads, there are activations, there are many channeled writings on wealth. It's a whole guide to manifesting more abundance, right, in your life. So I like to use it like an oracle deck sometimes, where I just close my eyes and flip to a random page and see whatever guidance comes through. So I'm going to flip to a random page here and see what guidance comes through that builds on these aligned actions for you, how you can maybe anchor them in, anything else that's coming through, and then we will wrap up with some more cards for you. So let's close my eyes. Let's flip to a random page. Ooh, okay. We have an activation for you. So this is the abundance and stillness activation. Okay. This is, yeah, you know what? We're going to do it. I'm going to give you guys this activation here. So if you want, you could skip ahead a couple minutes if you don't feel like doing a little kind of like meditation here, but just let it wash over you, even if you don't want to close your eyes, or you're not, if you're driving and you can't right now, that's fine. But we're just going to go for this. I feel like this is what you need right now, because really, I feel like, again, you're on such a roll that with your manifesting, that it's like, just keep building on it, keep building on it. There's not like these huge things you have to do. You might get a little out of your comfort zone, being a little more authentic to you, but it's not like a huge thing. It's just like a little ask, a little tweak, a question, a request, a kind of new offer in your business. It's not like a whole new overhaul of who you are and the way you're doing things. It's just like these little things and some mindset shifts and just already capitalizing on what you already have. So it's like, I feel like a lot of this is just you really allowing more and more to come to you with more ease for allowing things to be good. So let's dive into this. So, yeah, this is our abundance and stillness activation. So take a moment and close your eyes if you can, or just really be present here for a moment. And bring your attention inward. I want you to envision yourself sitting by a stream of water. And this stream represents the current flow of abundance in your life. And as you sit and observe the stream, notice how it grows swifter and broader. Feel the energy of abundance swell within you as the stream increases in strength. And as it does, notice that in order for the stream of abundance to flow more fluidly, all you must do is sit and allow it to increase. But if you should try to meddle with the stream by placing rocks or your hands in it, you only impede its flow. So sit and observe this stream for just another moment, seeing it grow stronger and feeling the sensation of abundance within you increase. And as you do, start to notice how different things drift to you down the stream. Perhaps you see money, opportunities, or gifts from nature floating on the water's surface. Gently take each of these blessings from the stream as they float in front of you. And then take a deep breath and thank the stream for all it has delivered to you. And as you open your eyes, remember that this stillness is all that is required of you to increase the flow of abundance. Your awareness and willingness are all that are required of you to act on the abundance that is carried your way. So that's our abundance and stillness activation from the Wealthy Woman journal. Now, I'm always curious, if you sat through that, if you did that activation, let me know in the comments how that resonated with you. But what I'm finding here with your reading is just that like I said, you've already got the momentum. You've already done the work. You've already even manifested some of what you wanted, or some of the beginnings of it. And it's like, now it's a matter of seeing those things and not no longer saying I'm waiting for my manifestation, but saying my manifestation is coming. It's already here. Parts of it are already appearing in my 3D reality, and starting to act a little bit more authentically from there, asking for what you want even more from there, going deeper with it, getting more out of it, and just shifting your mindset to see that everything's working for you. Like I'm getting that there's not much more you need to do in terms of big actions. It's just the little day-to-day upkeep and maintenance of the momentum and the mindset that you've already built, and some upgrades that are available to you, right? We can always upgrade into more. We can always expand into more abundance, a more abundant mindset, more physical abundance, more authenticity to ourselves, more, going deeper with what we already have. Like, there's always more, which is great. There's always deeper we can go, which means there's always more abundance we can receive and create. But for you right now, it's like you're right where you need to be. You're right where you actually want to be, even if you don't realize it. And it's just about acknowledging that and going deeper with it and maintaining that momentum you've created, that you've worked really hard to get to where you are, to build this momentum, at least on an internal level, and it's starting to manifest externally. So celebrate that, be present with that. It's very exciting. I feel like, we're going to do a couple more cards for you, and then we'll wrap this reading up. But yeah, the big aligned actions they're not big for you, which is fantastic news. Like, you're on the right track. We have seeker, expose, heed, appraise, face. Like, right, again, exposing what already is available to you, right? And then we have guardian, preserve, protect, defend, shelter. So I am seeing one last little bit of advice for you for manifesting more wealth, for aligned actions, is having more boundaries, right? Boundaries that protect yourself and kind of defend yourself. In this case, I'm getting this as being a case, like defending or protecting yourself from external things, right? Sometimes when I am channeling around, protection and boundaries and things like that, it's often like internal boundaries we need to set with ourselves. But for you, I'm seeing that this is really more just like, honestly tied in here with, don't be afraid to set whatever boundaries you need to support yourself, right? And to keep your momentum going, right? So any people that you notice you're talking to, and they always bring you into a lower vibe around money, they've maybe got a negative relationship with money, or that person at your job, or this one element of your job that's always draining you. It's like, how can you protect yourself against kind of your energy being sapped, against your momentum, your vibe being kind of dragged down in those situations. So, having any conversations or just having boundaries, or, mental boundaries you have with people or circumstances that you find yourself in that are related to your work or to your money, is going to be beneficial for you, because you are up leveling. And most people, this is what my collective wants you to know. The truth is that most people do not work on their relationship with money in this lifetime. We're just taught that money is such an external thing to ourselves that we're taught that it's such an external thing that we don't have much control over it, and it's just this kind of cold, unmoving, unyielding thing, and we just kind of got to hustle our way to it and hope it works out for us, and that's not at all how it works. And money is just a representation of energy, and everything's energy, and so everything is mutable. Everything is something we can create a healthier relationship around, and therefore have it flow in an easier way into our life, right? And most people don't understand that. Most people don't want to look at money that way, because it challenges so much of how we're raised. And so a lot of people won't be on the same wavelength that you've been getting on, right? That you've done this work of building this momentum around. And my guides, my collective is saying, don't let anyone rob you of that. I don't see anyone coming after your money. I don't see anyone coming after you. Like, I don't see it. It's just more that, like, it's like the energy vampires. It's the people and things that kind of pull you out of your power, out of your energetic flow with money, right? Like, set up boundaries so that those people aren't, or situations don't have that power over you, right? So that's the big guidance that I'm getting there. So yeah, this is very, very exciting. Deck one. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited that that really it's just like continue maintaining what you're already doing with these specific pieces of guidance we've been over here. But you're gonna keep expanding into more and more abundance, as long as you're willing to start to accept and give yourself permission to believe that you are already manifesting what you desire. It's really easy to get caught up in that kind of perpetual waiting of always saying my abundance is just around the corner. My manifestation is almost here. It's almost here. And whenever I see people saying that with my clients or my group mentorship programs or, my membership, I'll say things like, I'll challenge them. I'll be like, hey, here's a challenge for you. How would it feel to shift from saying my manifestation is just around the corner, I know it's almost here, to saying it's already here, and then looking for evidence of that. Because often that's the switch we need to make in order for the floodgates to really open. And that's really where I get you are, is that the manifestations are already starting to trickle in. They're already there, maybe even in big in your face ways, but you're not necessarily able to fully believe it because you've wired yourself around this belief of it's almost here, which is so much better and beneficial than where you maybe were months or years ago, where most people are, which is the money's never coming, right? So it's you've come a long way, and now it's time to just make that little but powerful tweak and shift in from it's almost here to it's here. Let me find where it is. It's already here. It already exists. And let me find evidence of that, right? And then protect against anyone who threatens to kind of pull you out of that just with their own relationship and their own vibe with money. Ooh, and I just saw 2222 on my phone. Oh my gosh, the angel numbers have been really coming out for you today. So this feels like the perfect place to wrap this reading up. So deck 1, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it. Let me know how it resonated. Thank you so much to those of you who comment on these videos. Your comments, even when they're just little short comments, they mean the world to me. They really do. And they give me so much motivation to keep making these videos and inspiration for future videos. So just know that your comments are always so appreciated. Now, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you are absolutely welcome to subscribe for future card readings for abundance. And if you want more ongoing support and access to all the resources you need to more quickly manifest abundance and success into your life, then definitely come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. The Wealth Vibe is for you if you want to have 24/7 access to tons of tools, resources, and community so you can really rewire and saturate your mind, your subconscious, and your energy for abundance. Being in the Wealth Vibe membership means that you get access to hundreds of other like-minded people, daily exclusive mini money readings from me, opportunities to win private card pulls from me, our Money and Spirituality book club, our monthly money manifesting challenges, powerful live interactive monthly readings with me, and so much more. So that link is below for you if you want to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe. I would love to get to personally connect with you there. Also, the link will be below to where you can find my group and private mentorship if you are feeling called to work with me on a much higher level, much closer level, to really unlock your limitless potential to understand and more intentionally wield your power, your mindset, your energy, and your actions and strategies to create more wild abundance in your business, in your career, in your life. So that is for entrepreneurs and high achieving individuals. So that link will be below as well for all of my mentorship offerings. Lastly, I will also put the link in the description and pin comment below to where you can order my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck and the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal that we did that beautiful activation from. So with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, deck 1. Not that you need, you already have so much of it's coming, it's already here, and it's just start to let it in, right? But I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you identify the next aligned action you can take to manifest more money into your life. So let's dive in. We're going to move your crystal out of the way and let's just see what that next step is that you can take to call in more wealth to you. Our pile 1, we got several pieces of guidance, so we'll see what comes through for you here. Ooh, 23, stand tall. Okay, where have you been in your life, deck 2, especially with I'm getting your career or, around matters concerning your finances? Where have you been kind of bending to others' will, right? Where have you been overriding your desires and what you want because you feel like you have to, or that it would be very difficult to put your foot down, to take a stand, to ask for what you want, to insist on your desires. And I just saw 111 on my phone, so this is some good confirmation. You're being asked to really be willing to stand up for yourself, to stand up for what you want. Yeah, we have honor your wisdom. What you want, I'm getting so I'm finding what I'm getting coming through from my collective for you, Deck 2. And this is a collective, reading, a general reading, so it looks a little bit different for different people, but for a lot of you, I'm getting that there's some sort of, it could be a big situation. It could also just be a little kind of chronic ongoing thing, but I see there's just something that's been nagging at you a little bit, in the back of your mind, just kind of eating away at you, being I hate when, this person does this thing and it affects me in my business, or I hate when this, the way these clients do these things, or when, it seems like a lot of people are asking for refunds, or, all these sorts of, kind of annoying things with money that are just kind of just rubbing you the wrong way, or you get so frustrated when your boss is continually asking you to stay to work overtime, and even though you don't want to and you don't think you should have to, you do it anyways, right? Where are you not listening to your inner guidance? Where are you not listening to what you want to say? I'm saying for some of you, it's the way your finances are handled if you're in, a partnership or something where you're sharing finances. It might be with something where, even if you're working, I'm seeing for a lot of you, you might be in a job and you're working on a team, with coworkers, and you feel like your voice isn't heard, or that you don't feel comfortable sharing your opinion of what you think you should do. And I'm getting that this is the first aligned action for you to take, is to actually stand tall, stand proud, and own your perspective, your opinion, your suggestions, your wisdom, your desires, what you want, and actually take a stand for them. That's what I'm getting. You have to take a stand. You are so wise, and I get that you actually are so wise that you often doubt how wise you are. It's this interesting thing that we find with, I first became aware of this phenomenon when I was learning human design, and then, I became, my last iteration of my business, I was human design and money mindset expert, and adapted human design for money and business. If you don't know human design, that's fine. It's just it's a beautiful spiritual modality that's great for introspection and understanding your own gifts. And I had gate 48 in my chart. I have it activated in my chart. And gate 48 is this gate of this depth of wisdom, of this depth of character, this depth of knowledge that you just innately possess. But along with that, it's you can see how much you know, and you also can see how much you don't know. And so then often we look at how much more we could know, and we doubt ourselves, right? And I get that you're someone who's like that, whether you have gate 48 activated in your chart or not, or whether you know human design or not, doesn't matter. But I just get that you are someone who has this depth of wisdom, but you don't even realize how deep it goes, because you're just looking at how much further it could go and where you maybe feel like you're lacking. But it's you have so much more wisdom than most people do. I'm even getting, you're like the owl that sits atop this tree. You have this different perspective, this different bird's eye view, this ability to see things differently. And what you want to ask for, what you want to suggest, what boundaries you want to put down in your work or around your finances, it's they're not frivolous. I'm getting that you need to maybe hear this confirmation. They're not frivolous. They're backed up by, they're coming from a place within you of tons of wisdom. So deck 2, this is kind of the first aligned action for you, is to get clear on where are you not standing tall, where are you letting yourself and your opinions and your desires and your insights be bowled over, or you're just too afraid to even say them, or you're just not bothering because you think people won't listen. And that's where you have to start actually taking a stand. That's the next aligned action for you. Take a stand from a place of knowing how wise you are, knowing how much depth you have, how much insight, expertise you carry, right? And this is going to allow you to manifest your magic, right? And this is the thing, is I'm getting that you've been asking for magic. You've been asking for kind of a big manifestation, a big bump in money, or something that would be phenomenal. But this is such beautiful guidance that's channeling through from my collective. My Arrow collective is saying, how can you expect magic to manifest around you when you don't even own your own magic? Oh, that's beautiful. I got goosebumps. And I just saw 555 on my phone. Okay, so lots of confirmation coming through today. how can you expect magic to manifest around you when you don't even own your magic, when you won't stand tall in your magic, when you aren't connected to your magic, deck 2? Whenever we give our power away, whenever we doubt our depth, our wisdom, what we bring to the table, the value we have to offer, whenever we just default to others because we don't think we'll be heard, or we don't think we're worth listening to, or we don't want to go to the trouble of standing up for ourselves. It's like whenever we do that stuff, we give our power away. We're not standing tall, standing deeply rooted in our power, right? And so this is something that, this is honestly a lot of what I work on with my clients. Not that, a lot of my clients are far from being, I'm not, let me be clear. You are not a pushover. My clients are not pushovers. They are far from it. But there's always these deeper layers, or there's these little things that we do without realizing it that are so ingrained in us, that where we give our power away, right? And I'm getting, for some of you, it might even just be that it's not even that someone is telling you no, or standing in your way of standing in your power and asking for what you want, or suggesting what you want to suggest. It's more that you're making assumptions. You have a story that it's not going to be well received, or that it's not worth saying, or that it's dumb. And it's like, I keep getting these words like, it's not dumb. You're not dumb. I think you're a highly intelligent person. You have a lot of depth, a lot of wisdom. You are very wise. You're very smart. But for some reason, you think sometimes your ideas or your desires aren't. And that's just an illusion. That's a distortion in your beliefs. The universe is saying you are pure magic. You're pure magic, deck 2. It's time to start owning that, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pull some more cards for you. So this is the first thing. Stand tall. Honor your wisdom. Ask for what you want. Say what you want to say. It's not dumb. It's so valuable. There's so much depth to it. There's so much depth to you. You can manifest so much magic. Ooh, okay. We have the Conduit card coming up. This is my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. And we have Breath of Abundance. Okay, the next aligned action that I am channeling here for you, deck 2, is for you to, I'm getting that there is some sort of, maybe an investment to make, maybe something you're considering buying, could be investing in yourself, like personal development, or in your health, maybe like a gym membership. There's something that for some of you might be mentorship. If you're considering mentorship with me, there's mentorship available. I'll put that link below. But for some of you, it's like there's something you're considering spending on, investing in, right? Or there will be very soon here for you. And it might, and I get that for a lot of you, it's something that you've been like wanting, and you're just not letting yourself buy it. And I get for a lot of you, you have the funds, but you're like, it's a lot, or it makes me uncomfortable. I feel like I shouldn't spend on that, right? And I'm getting the guidance that, first of all, if it feels aligned to you, then this is the sign to maybe take that leap and buy the thing, or invest in the thing, or apply for that mentorship, or for that program, or to go back to school and pay for the schooling, or pay for that program, pay for that gym membership, that personal trainer, whatever it is, right? Like, but there's something that you feel like will expand you, that is more aligned with your next level self, something you truly desire, that you've just been not letting yourself have. Could even be a small thing, right? But there's something about the spending that maybe creates some guilt, maybe creates some resistance. And so it could be that the next aligned action is to go like buy or invest in the thing. That could be it, right? Use your discretion. You know what's best for you and your finances. But I'm getting that whatever discomfort you're feeling around money going out right now is actually there to kind of help you learn to regulate your nervous system more, so that you can get comfortable with spending more, or spending maybe on things that feel maybe frivolous. That word keeps coming up for you. It feels frivolous to you, or it feels like it's just for me and it's just like, I don't need it. Or it feels like it's out of your comfort zone to spend that amount, even though it's something you know will really benefit you. You're being almost kind of asked to get more comfortable with spending in this way, or on certain things, or in greater amounts, so that more can come through and you can spend more. Like, I'm getting that there's more abundance waiting for you. I think there's always more abundance waiting for all of us that we can expand into. But for you specifically, I get that there's like a lot more. There's like a kind of like windfall of money, or some like wave of money that's available to you, that's coming to you. But it's like the universe is like, I don't want to send it your way if it's going to stress you out to then spend it, because you're meant to be a conduit for money. You're meant to allow money to flow to you and through you in increasing amounts. And that doesn't mean that you have to spend everything you get. Being a conduit also means that sometimes you get to direct money or be a steward of money of like, I'm going to save this so that I'm more well-resourced to then spend money in other ways, or to, run my business better, or to show up to work more calm because I'm not stressed about making rent. Like, money can flow in different ways, and it can flow through you to your savings account. It can also flow through you into investments, or flow through you into, things that are just going to bring you pleasure and joy, because that's the point in life, right? But I'm getting that you're meant to just kind of be like creating a little bit more intention and becoming a little bit more aware with where are you getting a little tripped up on the money going out, right? Where are you getting a little bit in your head or creating stories around it? Where are you not letting yourself have that money flow out because there's the fear it won't keep flowing in, right? So maybe some nervous system regulation, some breath work, but also just creating a little bit more space for yourself to regularly reflect on where you're getting a little bit tripped up with your spending. So that's the next aligned action for you, is like, this is a little bit of introspection, but a little bit of getting clear on where am I tripped up on it. And then maybe even taking that aligned action to actually spend it. But you got to spend it. You got to invest whenever you do, from the energy of there's always more coming. And this feels spacious and expansive to spend, and not I have to spend because I heard it in a pick a card reading, or I have to spend because I have to pay for this thing or else I won't get what I want, or I won't get to my next level, right? So there's a lot here, but it's really just like being comfortable with the money flowing out, getting comfortable with it, allowing the money flow out in a way that feels good to you, right? Blessing the money as it leaves, blessing it and knowing that more will come, because the universe, like, money wants to flow, right? It wants to flow into your bank account to support you. It wants to flow out to, allow you opportunities or experiences that will bring more depth and more quality of life to you, right? To upgrading you into a better quality of life. Like, it wants to flow out to do good in the world, right? Like, money wants to flow. And when you just hold on to it, or you're afraid to spend it, even though you know that's the aligned thing, the universe isn't going to flow more to you, because money wants to flow. So if you're not being a conduit of money, and you're doing that, if you're not doing it gracefully and in a way that feels safe and secure and grounded to you, you're not going to get more of it, right? Like, why would the universe give you more than you can handle? The universe doesn't hate you. It loves you. It's not going to give you more than you can handle, right? So if you want to handle more because there's more available to you, start to do that inner work around being good with it flowing out and trusting that more is coming, and that you can spend in alignment and that it's safe to do so, right? So this is a whole, that's a whole big tall order, but that's what I'm getting on for you to look at. This is something, if you find you have blocks with that, if you are already in the wealth vibe, and if not, you're welcome to come join us. There's a link below, and it's only $25 a month. But in a challenge a couple months ago, we did a Heal Your Money Blocks challenge, and I gave everyone in the membership, and it's still in there, so you can still access it in the money modality resource library that we have in there, which is just a resource library filled with different, tools for manifesting more wealth from me and from members in the community. But I put in there my favorite 21 prompts that I use to unblock any money blocks for myself and clients. And so you could walk yourself through that around any stories you have around not wanting to spend, or feeling uncomfortable doing so, or feeling like worried when you do so, right? And not grounded. So that's a powerful resource. But there's other ways that you can, make that mindset shift. But that's really the big shift, is to like get good with flowing money and seeing yourself as a conduit of money, and then acting accordingly. And once you do that, then more, like I said, more money gets to come in, because the universe is like, now I know you can handle an increased flow of money and not just be a dam for money, right? All right, so we're going to do a couple more cards in a minute to round out the reading and close it out. But first, I'm going to grab the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal. This is my new journal that's about to hit bookstores in the next month or so, but you can pre-order. Right now, I'll leave the link below, but it accompanies my Wealthy Woman deck here. But this is a journal, but it also has mantras, meditations, card spreads, channeled writing, little mini chapters on abundance. So it's just this beautiful guide to manifesting more wealth in your life. So I like to use it like an oracle deck, where we flip to a random page and see what guidance comes through. So I'm going to flip to a random page of the journal and see what you need to hear, or what we can use to kind of anchor these aligned actions, see if any other aligned actions come up, and we'll go from there. So let's see. I'm going to close my eyes and pull it. Ooh. We have trust that the fastest way to manifest more money into your experience is by following what excites you. Okay, so a little bit of a clarifying message here I'm getting for what we just what we're just, even all of you, this really is truly like, what excites you the most to share too, like with those things that you need to stand tall and take a stand around, right? Like what outcome excites you? What excites you to think about making a possibility if you were to stand tall? What wisdom are you excited to share with others? But also, like what feels exciting to you to spend on? And this, I want to be very clear, this is not saying just go willy-nilly spend money and go like binge shopping and doing it very unintentionally. It's what truly, like when you sit with yourself, what feels really exciting for you? Like here's the good question. What direction does it feel the most exciting in your life to flow money in, right? Like since you're a conduit for money, where do you feel most excited to direct it? Is it into your savings? Is it into an investment? Is it into a program or a mentorship? Is it into some sort of certificate? Is it into an item? Is it into a vacation? Like where does it feel most exciting for you to flow money, to direct the flow of money to go? That's the next right step for you. That's the next. It gets to be that simple. But yeah, trust that the fastest way to manifest more money into your experience is by following what excites you. And truly, when you're doing what excites you, first of all, what excites you, I want to put this out there. What excites you, my guides are saying, is not an accident. I keep thinking, like what I keep getting for you is that you keep almost dismissing your desires and being like, I have to be responsible with money. And I get that you've maybe healed levels of this before, but it's a new level for you to heal. And it's so funny because often we think that the things that excite us are the things we have to like earn, or when we have excess money, we get to do those things. And that's true sometimes. But by and large, like when you're doing what excites you the most, you're doing the things that are aligned for you. Like the things that are exciting to you are exciting to you for a reason. Your inner self, God, the universe, your angels, your higher self, whatever resonates for you. But those forces are making the next aligned actions feel exciting so that you'll actually take those actions. It's like trying to lead you down the trail of like, if you want to get here, you want all this money, do this thing, and we're going to make it feel exciting to you so you'll actually pay attention to it and do it. But this is common conditioning. It's how so many of us are conditioned, is that we get excited by something and we think it's a distraction because we've been so taught that if you want money, it's like this hard and linear line toward it, and it's hard work and struggle and sacrifice. And it's like, it's not how it works. That's how most people say it works, and most people struggle with money. So the universe is like, I'm making this exciting for you so that you'll actually take this action. So that's like, at its core, deck 2, your biggest thing is take a stand for what's important to you, and then do what excites you. Flow money where it excites you to flow it to. Direct it to where it excites you to direct it to, in whatever way that excites you, whether it's to your own bank account, to this item you want, to this experience you want, to this investment you want. Like, flow the money where it excites you to do so when you know it's in true alignment, because that's the next aligned thing. That's how we know what's aligned for us. Also, when we're doing what excites us, we're incredibly magnetic, because most people, again, refuse to give in to what excites them, into the pleasures of life, into the joy of life, because they think that's something to earn when they have all the money they desire. But the big secret, this comes from someone who's manifested a lot of money over the last 6 years through my business and achieved a lot of success. It's like, if you don't practice and prioritize being in enjoyment of life before the money shows up, then the money is not going to give you that enjoyment of life, because you will still find things to worry about. You will still find things to stress about. You will still find ways to put off your own enjoyment of life. So if you want money that you think is going to lead to more enjoyment of life, prioritize more enjoyment of life through the money you do have now, in whatever way feels right to you at this level, and then you will manifest more, because you're a match for more. And also, you're just so magnetic, because most people deny themselves pleasure and joy in life, but we all want it. And so when we see someone else doing it, we're like, oh my God, how do I pay you? How do I hire you? How do I work with you? How do I, it's like people just trip over themselves, right? So we also have lovers. What did I just say? Like, people get so drawn to you when you're doing what excites you, especially with how you're spending money or what you're doing in your business or your career, right? I see that also this honestly could, interesting. We also have Magic Maker, Captivate, Touch, Tantalize, Sense. And also a bunch of 3s here, 3, 3, 3. So what's very interesting here with these cards is there is a lot of this kind of like this magnetism. This is just kind of, I'm getting, it's like this foretelling of what's unlocking for you as you stand tall in what you want to say and believe in, your opinions, sharing your wisdom, your insights, bringing all of that to the table, and then also being a conduit for money, allowing it to flow to you and through you, flowing it where it most excites you to flow it, right? Like as you do these things and you enjoy that process more, you're going to magnetize more people and opportunities. I wouldn't be surprised if you actually even magnetize a romantic relationship. For some of you, it might be more like an employment situation that values you truly, that really cherishes you, right? That cares about you, that, you know, is a much healthier work environment than maybe where you are. Dream clients, like these maybe business partnerships. And I'm also getting with Magic Maker, it's just like you just become, like I was saying, magnetic. You become magnetic. It's like you've just been you could be a little more connected to your power and to your worth and value than you are right now, and also to your own pleasure of life. And as you reconnect, take these action steps we talked about here in this reading to reconnect with those things, then you're going to become this like magic maker. This is what you're becoming. You become this like tantalizing, captivating person that people like are just like tripping over themselves to pay you, to date you, to buy things for you, to offer you jobs or promotions or opportunities, right? Like it's just like people, it's just that like that take my money energy. Like people just want to pay. They love to pay you. They love to spoil you. Like that's what you're unlocking. And it's just these little tweaks of where are you not standing tall in your power? Where are you not taking a stand for yourself? Where are you not sharing your wisdom? Where are you not flowing your money where it excites you to flow it? Where are you not enjoying life through your money? Those are the areas to like look at and then take those appropriate actions from, right? To remedy those areas. So clean up those areas, take those actions to clean them up, and you are going to see so much unfold, right? And I'll say if you want support on like making these connections to your power, you want support on, you know, like learning to be a conduit for money, releasing blocks around that, around actually being able to enjoy life and lean into that almost more feminine energy through money to attract more money with ease. That's all sort of stuff that I work on with my private clients, my group mentorship, my limitless group mentorship that's opening up soon, and then my Wealth Vibe membership. So there's different levels of investment there of, you know, proximity to me. So if you want support, those options will all be below for you in the description and pinned comment. So you can go check those out and see which one feels right to you. And of course, if you have questions about the higher level, like group or private mentorship, you can find my email on the sales page to email me and my team about, and we can answer your questions. But there's like this really sexy energy. Like, and I'm not saying that in like a physical sexiness, so that could be the case, but just this like alluring quality that you possess that's just been kind of dormant or has maybe been dimmed down, and it's going to get switched on as soon as you start to really lean into everything we've talked about here. Deck 2 and take these actions to make these connections and connect with your power more in these areas. And wow, like you're just going to magnetize so much. I'm getting goosebumps, like just tuning into the energy and the like ease of which you're going to be attracting at, right? With finances, with opportunities, with success, even potentially with romance, right? And romantic partnerships. So very exciting, awesome stuff. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Deck 2. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it. Let me know how it resonated. I always want to say thank you so much to those of you who comment on these videos. It means so much to me. It helps me immensely with getting these videos out in the algorithm, but it also just is such a joy for me to get to connect with you and see how these readings land with you. So thank you for commenting if you do. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you are absolutely welcome to subscribe for future card readings for abundance. And like I said, if you want more of that support, the links for the Wealth Vibe and my Limitless Group Mentorship and my private mentorship will be below for you to explore. So lots of different ways to get support at all different, like super affordable to more high-end price points with more high-end support, right? So you can check all of that out at your leisure. And I will also put the link to order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck and the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal that we channeled that beautiful mantra from. So yeah, that's all below if you want to get your hands on those, because they're great physical tools to have for calling in more abundance. Now, with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, Deck 2. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you identify the next aligned action you can take to manifest more money into your life. So let's dive in. We're going to move your crystal out of the way and see what the next step is that you can take to call more wealth to you. We'll just get right into it. Let's see what comes up. The last 2 piles, we had multiple pieces of guidance, so we'll see how much comes up for you today. Ooh, unfurl a new beginning. Ooh, this is big guidance. Other 2 decks were a little bit more like little tweaks to make, little, kind of adjustments and little actions. But for you, I'm getting a big change for you, big aligned action to take. It's time to walk away from something that's no longer serving you, is what I'm getting. It's time to unfurl a new beginning. And also I love that this is 8, which is a number of abundance, right? But you're being asked to leave behind what isn't serving you so that you can start anew, so that you can turn a new page, so you can start a new chapter in your wealth journey, a new chapter in your career, your success maybe. This could be a limiting belief to get rid of or something more internal or a habit. I see it as more of like a bigger external thing is what I'm getting for most of you. So that's how I'm going to proceed with this reading. But if this is, you can tell it's more of just like an internal thing, like some self-doubt to let go of, or some, sorts of, habits, then that's great. Take that and run with it. But for most of you, I'm seeing this is like actually like if you're in a toxic job, for example, it's time to start looking for another job. If you have been thinking about pivoting in your business, it's time to start actually pivoting in your business, right? Like whatever the thing is that you can just tell is no longer aligned, it's time to start taking the steps to leave it behind so you can unfurl a new beginning. Now, notice that we're not saying leap here. This is unfurl, which to me is just like allow it to unfold in its own divine timing. It doesn't have to happen overnight, but the universe is saying you want more money, you want more abundance, you want more success. It's time for a new chapter. Like I'm getting that you've gotten everything you can out of this current chapter that you're in. So whatever this, it doesn't mean that everything in your life has changed, but I see like at least one significant area of your life changing, especially around your career or finances. So this could be, that you've gotten as much as you can out of your current job and it's time to move on to something else, be employed elsewhere or in a different industry maybe. Maybe it's that you've gotten as much as you can and that you're meant to get out of this current offer you're doing in your business that you've been kind of feeling like you're over it, but you're not really sure if you should move on to something else or into a different niche. It's like, yep, this is the time to do it. That's what I'm getting for you is wherever things have been feeling stagnant and stuck, they are. This is confirmation. And it's like, it's not about waiting it out. There's nothing more to wait for there. You've gotten everything you need and the best things you can get from it already. And it's time to upgrade. It's time to let yourself upgrade because an upgrade is available to you. Okay. So starting to take some action, starting to look for more opportunities for abundance. And I'm kind of laughing because I just pulled the don't quit your daydream job here, or don't quit your daydream job. Don't quit your daydream here card. It's like, I'm getting again that it's like you've kind of been, keep getting like training wheels. Like you've been playing safe in a way. And it was good because you needed that to train up maybe your confidence or to train up or to like even build up your savings account or your safety net financially, or maybe you've been doing things to get certain credentials or certain experience you need, but it's like now is the time to actually like go for your daydream. And I get that it's like the longer you wait where things aren't aligned, then the more you're that's all you're doing is putting this off. You're not actually building any more security from this point. You're not building any more safety for yourself. You're not building any more like, valuable credentials or credibility is what I'm getting. You're just putting off your daydream at this point. It might have made sense in the past to stay where you are, but that's no longer the case is what I'm getting. So don't quit your daydream. It's time to move into that and release expectations. So as you move forward, right, as you take whatever aligned actions you need to take to start releasing what's no longer aligned and moving into a new chapter, to starting to pursue more of your dream, of your next level desires, release expectations of how it has to look, the timeline it needs to unfold on. Like it's going to happen. I'm getting it's going to happen in a quite magical, miraculous way, but it's also going to not look at all how you think it's going to look. Which is often how it goes. I have to say, in 6+ years of doing this work with money and success manifestation, amongst thousands of clients I've had, it is it's like 98% of the time it does not go how we think it's going to go. Like how when me or my clients get to these huge milestones, like I just had someone manifest just under 6 figures of cash in like a single, like one fell swoop, like a client of mine. I just, like I personally just manifested $70,000 cash in 5 days. A lot of it, some of it being through my business, some of it being unexpected, completely unexpected. But that was the thing. It was like none of these major manifestations with me happened in the way we expected them to happen. And that's just the case because the universe has often so many better things in store for us. And that's what I'm getting is like the universe has something even better than what you're dreaming up of for yourself and like a way it can happen for you in store for you. And so it's important for you like to sum up this first kind of like multi pieces, these different pieces of guidance for you so far is the aligned action is for you to get clear on what you need to release, what kind of chapter you need to end in your life or with your finances or career, and what you're, start taking steps to leave that behind and start actually moving toward your daydream, moving toward your big goals or desires, those things that you're like, maybe one day, today's the day, right? So actually start doing that and release expectations of how it has to look. Like just keep taking the next step that feels good to you, the next step that feels a little out of your comfort zone, but feels like this is a full body yes, or this, my gut is saying yes, or I'm so excited about it, or I just know, I can't even explain, but I just know intuitively, inexplicably that I need to do this thing. It's like just doing that next one thing that feels good to you, and that next thing that feels good to you, and that next thing that feels good to you, and release expectations of how it has to play out, how it has to look, right? This is a huge exercise in trust, in yourself, in your inner guidance, in the universe. I just saw 555 on my phone. That's some nice confirmation. It's like you're being asked to trust in the unknown of like what you're capable of. You're being asked to trust your inner guidance. You're being asked to trust what feels good to you. You're being asked to trust that you can have what you want, that you're worthy of it, that you're deserving of it, and that you're capable of creating it. Okay, that's this new chapter. It's like I see you're just going to blow your mind with what you create when you move forward in this energy. So there's some really cool big things. There's your big dreams are now available to you closer than they've ever been before. You're ready for them more than you've ever been before. Deck 3, but you have to actually start moving toward them now. You're done waiting. You're done. Take the training wheels off. It's time to go. It's time to see how far you can go, how fast, without those training wheels on, without the safety net, without holding yourself back for whatever reason you've had for staying where you are for as long as you have. It's time to go, right, is what I'm getting. And just don't try to micromanage the universe. Don't try to tell the universe how it has to unfold. Let the universe show you how it gets to unfold for you. All that's required is your willingness, is what I'm getting at. Your willingness to take that next step and the next step and the next step. So that's very exciting. Let's get my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck out here, see what other aligned actions or guidance we have for you. We have Soul Wealth. We have Rebirth. Of course we have Rebirth. Yeah, you're meant to be like, the rebirth is definitely a continuation on from these last messages we were just getting. But again, you've up-leveled, you're ready to up-level, you're ready to step more into your power, to step more into a new version of yourself who knows their worth and is also more trusting, again, in the universe and more surrendered, but is just like, the guidance I'm really getting for you here is it's like, know the value of your daydream, of your big vision, of your goal, of the thing you've always been like, I'd love if I could make money this way, or I'd love if I could have this kind of money or this kind of home, or if I could have this kind of job, but it felt off limits to you for so long, or like something that was always this far off thing. It's not far off anymore. And there's so much value in it, but there's also value in letting yourself see yourself as ready to have it now. Like that's the thing, is you have to start being willing to see yourself as ready to have what you desire. I am getting that up until now. You've maybe seen yourself as like, one day I'll be ready, or one day I'll be qualified enough, or capable enough, or confident enough, or pretty enough, or skinny enough, or whatever BS we tell ourselves. But you're already enough, my love. You're already enough. That's what my collective is saying. You're already enough, and now it's time to be reborn into a version of you who knows that you're already enough to get what you want, and then to act like it and start taking steps. Right? There's no more room for that doubt. No more room for the procrastination. I'm getting what you want is ready now, and you're ready now for it. So that's very exciting. But yeah, this is, you're going through a rebirth. This is a big pivotal moment for you in your life. This is what you're coming up on. Like, this is your life. I'm getting your life is never going to be the same. I'm getting that it's never going to be the same after today, after this reading, but especially in the coming weeks and months, it's not going to be the same as you leave behind what's no longer serving you and you unfurl a new beginning. I'm getting this very interesting guidance channeling through for me. It's coming from, I work with Hecate, among other deities. But she's this goddess of crossroads, right? Of choices and among many other things. And I'm getting that you're at a crossroads right now where you can choose one of infinite realities and futures, but you've been at this crossroads for too long, is what I'm getting. And this isn't in like it's your fault, you've waited too long kind of way. This is just a more of like the universe is like giving you a nudge, like it's time to make a choice. It's time to choose what you want and move toward it. But Hecate is showing me like you're at this road that's brought you like with whatever job you're in, whatever you're doing with your money right now, however you manage your finances, however you make money, you've come to a point where you can no longer, like you can continue on that path, but it's one of like many different roads that splay out from here. And you have to choose which road you want to go down. And the universe is really urging you to choose your dreams, to choose that big vision, that thing that you've always been putting off, or that thing that you thought is not accessible to you. It is, but you have to you have to choose that path. You have to choose to be reborn as to someone who knows that they're capable of creating, receiving, and holding that desire that you have, whether it's for more money or moving to a different place, having a certain lifestyle, starting a business, scaling your business, bigger income months, more money in the bank, retiring, like time freedom, like whatever, having a certain amount of sexy cars in your garage, like whatever it is that you desire, there's value in it, there's worth in it, you're worthy of it, you're capable of creating it. You need to start seeing yourself as capable of creating it, right? So we have this outer thing of like start actually taking external action steps and actions to leave behind what is no longer serving you and step into move toward your dream, while releasing expectations. But now we also have this inner aligned action for you to take, which is kind of reshaping your self-concept, your identity, your sense of self. Reshaping, rebirthing how you see yourself, right? Seeing your potential on a whole new level. Seeing your abilities and value and worth and capabilities and your power on a whole new level, right? That's the internal aligned action for you to take. This is, by the way, so much of what we do inside the Wealthify membership, which is my low-cost monthly membership. So I'll put that link below if you want to come check me out. But through our different challenges every month, through my daily mini money readings to plug you into your, divine guidance for abundance every day, through our community, our discussions there, through our book club, like everything we do in there helps you connect with your power more. But this is also what I do on a very much deeper and more intensive level with my group and private mentorship clients. And there's one private mentorship spot I have left right now. And then I'm opening up my new group mentorship very soon. And that price is going up in just like a week or two. So I'll put all the links below for my mentorship opportunities if you want to work with me really closely to like really dive deep into rebirthing yourself into like that self-concept, that identity of someone who is capable of creating your desires faster than ever before, and then actually doing it and having that support along the way. That's that high-level group or private mentorship. If you want just tons of resources and community around it and to work at kind of your own pace with it, that's the Wealthify membership. But both links are below. But there is, you're ready for it. You're ready. You're ready to be reborn. So we're going to grab some more cards in a moment to round out and close out the reading. But for now, I am going to pull from the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal. This is my new journal that's hitting bookstores in the next month or so, and that you can pre-order. So I'll put that link below for that and the Wealthy Woman deck. But this is more than a journal. There's prompts, there's mantras, there's affirmations, there's activations, there's many channeled writings on abundance. So I am going to use this like an oracle deck and I'm going to close my eyes and flip to a random page and see what guidance you need to hear, deck 3, to help you get any more clarity on these aligned actions or lock in these aligned actions and integrate them. So let's see what comes up. Okay, so I am going to close my eyes and flip to a random page here. Ooh, okay. This is from the Wealth Wounds card in the Wealthy Woman Oracle. So this says, forgive whatever you need to forgive, release whatever you need to release, and allow new, more abundant beliefs to take root. So I'm getting with what you're leaving behind here, and maybe your old identity that you're leaving behind. There might be some forgiveness work to put into that, but also just some healing work. But it's so interesting that we have release whatever you need to release. And I've been saying that to you throughout this entire reading. So this is some beautiful confirmation, but it just means that there's going to be maybe some healing required in order to fully release. So like healing of, fears, healing of inner doubts, healing of past events with money, past traumas with work or with relationships where money was involved. Like there might be some, even honestly, just some inner child healing around your own worthiness and what you're capable of and what's available to you in this lifetime. I'm getting for some of you, you might not believe that you're one of those lucky people who gets to be successful or gets to be lucky, right? Like that doesn't happen for you. Yes, it does. You're no different, right? Like you're no different. And so it might even be healing a story like that. For a lot of you, I just see a lot of that, like maybe inner child healing, but just general healing. Also, I see that this is a dual message. But as you start to release whatever you need to release, not only will that maybe require some healing of you, but it will be healing in and of itself to release it. Like you will feel less burdened, you will feel lighter, you will feel freer. And from there, you can allow this more abundant identity, new abundant beliefs about yourself and the world and the way money and success gets to work for you to take root. So it's like this is just going to be such a healing journey in all senses of the word. And that's really beautiful because when we can heal, we can be stronger and we can hold more and we can just be lighter and freer. And that's really what so many of us just desire out of life, right? So let's pull some last cards for you to just see any last guidance that the universe has to help you. I'm going to hold these a different way right now. Just see any last guidance that's available for deck 3. We have Awakener, Fortify, Soar, Emerge, Strengthen. I was just talking about getting stronger. Emerging, like you're, oh my gosh. This is so exciting, deck 3. Like you're at a point, remember I told you Hecate was like, you're at this crossroads. It's time to move, time to make a choice, time to choose which reality of the thousands of infinite possible realities that are out there. It's time to choose one and go for it and choose. I encourage you to choose the daydream, choose the thing that you truly want and not play small anymore. And it's like, as you do that, you're going to awaken something within you, like a strength you never knew. And you are going to just emerge. Again, it's like this rebirth of you emerging anew. Like you are forging yourself anew is what I keep getting. And wow, there's so much power in it. Like this, I'm guessing right here, this is Zeus, right? The lightning bolts. And it's just like you are becoming so much more the main character of your own life, as you should be. You are starting to realize your strength and your power more, and you are just going to soar. Like you are going to take off. Your finances are going to soar. Your success is going to soar. Wow, this is so exciting. Poet, inscribe, envision, write, recite. So things are going to move really, really fast is what I'm getting as you soar to new heights, as you finally allow yourself to be reborn and take the aligned actions that allow you to be reborn and move, beyond the things that no longer serve you and release those things. So because things are moving so quickly, there's a couple different meanings because we have this as a general reading, right? But for some of you, it's like, it might literally like just be really helpful for you to write down all the changes you experience, to write down your desires, to journal, to log things, to, document things in a way, because you're going to find so much wisdom within like all the healing you go through and all the healing you experience and all the success and abundance you step into. But also I see affirmations could be really good for you as well with this recite here coming up. But those of you who feel creatively inclined, if you are, I just want you to use this extra confirmation if this resonates. If not, leave it, that's fine. But if you are a writer or want to be a writer or want to be paid for your art or your creativity in some way, this is confirmation to go for it, and you're going to reach heights you didn't even know you could reach with it. So there's a lot of different meanings coming up because this is a general reading with this card, but I'm just getting that like journaling, affirmations are going to be really powerful for a lot of you, but especially those of you who your words, your creative expression, your art, like that is all stuff that is it's like, this is a confirmation of like, go for it. Like if that's your dream, then it's meant for you. And you're going to awaken into so much more abundance, so much more of your power through pursuing it than you ever thought possible. And that is beyond exciting. So really, really powerful. Okay, deck 3. I feel complete with you for this reading. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below, letting me know what you took from it. Let me know how it resonated. Thank you so much to those of you who comment on these videos. It means so much to me. I love getting to connect with you and hearing how these readings resonate. So if you feel inclined to comment, just know it is so appreciated, and I thank you so much for doing so. Now if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you're more than welcome to subscribe for future card readings for abundance. And if you want more ongoing support and access to all the resources you need to more quickly manifest more abundance and success into your life, then definitely come join me in either the Wealth by membership or in my new group mentorship program, which I'm calling Limitless, where we are tapping into your limitless potential and unlocking it and wielding it to create external wealth and success at a faster rate than ever before for you. So I talked about those a little bit already, so I will just leave the links below for you for the Wealth Vibe membership, for my private and group mentorship below, so you can check those out and see which ones call to you and take the aligned actions from there to help you be reborn into the abundance and into your full power and wealth and potential that you desire, right? Also, I will put the link below where you can order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck and the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal, in case you want to get your hands on those amazing tools for divine guidance and expansion into more abundance. So with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance and just the courage and excitement of a new beginning of this new version of you, deck 3, of your new level of yourself, of your power, and of your wealth. And I'll see you in another video very soon.